Thank you, Nell. Thank you, everyone. It is a great privilege to be here today. I'm Abdulhamid Haidar. I'm the founder of Darsel, and we are solving a global education crisis. 6 in 10 students globally are failing math, and this was true even before COVID. Most of them are in low and middle income countries, and most of them are in school. They're just not learning. And this is not just about math. It's about cognitive skills, it's about critical thinking, and ultimately it's about a pathway to a better life, because education is human capital. Now, to solve a problem this large, we need technology. But the problem in education is that most education technology is inaccessible. For 1 billion students around the world, simple solutions like YouTube videos or Zoom or smartphone apps are inaccessible because of internet or device-related constraints. And the day I realized this was the day that Darsel began. And I want to take you back to that day. It was March 2020, a month that I'm sure you all remember, the month when COVID hit. And I was a graduate student at Stanford, living in Silicon Valley, the heart of the global technology innovation boom. So my transition from an in-person class on a Friday to Zoom on a Monday was relatively seamless. But I'm from Syria. Very few students in Syria made that transition, ever. Very few students in the developing world made that transition. Because the reality is that most education technology that we have today was built for people like you and me. People with an iPhone, with a laptop at home, with a good Wi-Fi connection. And in the process, we've left out 1 billion students who don't have that connectivity. And those are precisely the 1 billion students who need education the most. But it doesn't need to be that way. We can and need to have accessible, low-technology education technology on channels like SMS, WhatsApp, and Facebook Messenger, which are truly accessible even in low-resource settings. And that is what Darsel is. It's an effective solution that was designed for low and middle-income countries. Darsel is a simple chatbot. Using it is as simple as texting a friend. In the beginning, a student picks a chapter, and then they get questions from over 500,000 questions that we have designed aligned to local curricula. When students get stuck, we send them hints and explanations to help them learn. And everything is personalized by AI. Our algorithms are constantly measuring student skills, figuring out where they are, and adapting content to the right level. It's also fun and engaging. We use gamification and motivational messages to keep students excited and to create an interactive experience to motivate students about math and learning in general. And most importantly, everything we do in partnership with schools and to supplement formal K-12 education. Teachers are the ones that are telling students about Darsel, and they're also receiving reports, also through WhatsApp, that help them motivate their students and give them valuable insights about where they are. Now, there's no silver bullet in education, but if you were to build one, what would it look like? You'd want something that's easy to implement, even in low-resource schools. Something cheap, but also effective, and something that can scale. Not only to a large number of beneficiaries, but also to a large volume of usage. Now, Darsel only requires 5 minutes of teacher effort a week, which has been key to our success. Teachers always tell us that this is one of the easiest initiatives they've ever been asked to implement. It's also very cheap. It costs us less than $1 per student per year to implement Darsel. And our first RCT showed that Darsel is incredibly effective at improving learning outcomes. And we actually have 2 more RCTs in the pipeline to show that this number is only going to grow. And I'm very happy to say we've already reached over 100,000 public school students. And they've solved over 100 million math questions on Darsel's chatbots. We scale by partnering with governments. 2 years ago, we launched in Jordan with a pilot in 2 public schools. And in a span of 16 months, we went from 2 schools to every public school in the country. And now we're replicating this in both India and Nigeria. We've already piloted in those countries, working with the state governments of Lagos, and Delhi, we've proved that solutions like Darsel can work even in different settings, and now we're actively working to scale in those environments as well. And in fact, I'm happy to announce that only last week, we expanded our pilot in Nigeria to 100 schools, and we'll be doing a similar thing in Delhi in the coming weeks. But we need your help to get there. We need your help to reach the next level of scale and impact. So today we're raising $1 million, which is all that we actually need to reach 1 million students next year in 2024. And that puts us on a pathway to 100 million students reached by 2030, bringing us that much closer to SDG 4. Now, I've had a very privileged educational background. But the global education system that served me very well is fundamentally broken. Education is supposed to be an equalizer. It's supposed to be a force for equality. But how can that be when only a privileged minority has access to quality education? When only a privileged minority are benefiting from technology in 2023? I'm very excited about Darsel because we can change that. We can make the benefits of EdTech available to everyone. And I'm very grateful to 100X and to the many organizations that have joined us on our journey. And we're still very early in our journey. We're going to go far, and I hope that you will be part of it. Thank you.